Okay guys, welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to dive into a little swing video. We've got our great friend LC back in the channel.
Boys.
Nice to see LC. So we're going to dive into some of the rebuilding of Matty's swing. It's been 6 months really that you've not really kind of given as much time to the game and worked in your swing, and
took a long period of time off.
Yeah, I mean, for as good as your swing is, there isn't anyone who can take that much time off and then all of a sudden get right back onto it like you never left.
Apparently not.
Apparently not. Yeah.
I had high hopes, but the answer was no.
Definitely. So you guys re-engaged probably 2 weeks or so ago.
Yeah, around then. Yeah. Started
a kind of, okay, where are we at?
Yeah.
What do we need to do? What's the roadmap look like moving forward? You filmed that together. So yeah, tell us how that went and
sure.
Kind of what the process is looking like.
Yeah, so for Matt, we know he came from being very long. First thing was to just address that first. His tendency is to get long again. So for the people who for the people who watch this video on his channel, we just tried to stop things sooner.
Right.
So that was really just trying to make sure that at the top of the backswing, you see his club is past parallel or not visible on camera at all. We want to be able to see some club at the top of the backswing. We want to be able to see his arm unit stay more in front of his rib cage and torso. Totally. So he likes to have this drift behind his rib cage. So we got rid of a lot of that stuff. So so with him, when we get that, he typically starts getting flat in the backswing with the shaft getting too flat. So then we address that the last time we saw each other. So let's see where we're at, and then we'll go from there to see if we can move on today. But let's show them
what we did last time?
Yeah, the feel you had to fix that.
So we kind of started like, it was very much like just turning the chest to about here and then swinging through. We hit like a ton of balls like that just to get rid of the excess length. And then last time we started working more on taking out forearm rotation.
Right, okay.
So I had tendency
rolling it a little bit?
Rolling it.
Yeah,
so I was really rolling it like this.
Yes.
Shaft was pointing much more.
You were very flat, so at right arm parallel for you as a lefty, we wanted to be able to see. So go to right arm parallel in the backswing. So we want to be able to see a little higher. We want to be able to see at this point, if we draw a straight line down the shaft, it points at the ball or inside the ball. He was pointing way outside the ball. So that's
with the club face pointing up.
With the face pointing up as well, exactly. So for most players, we want to see at right arm parallel, or for righties left arm parallel, if you draw a straight line down the shaft, we wanted to point at the ball or inside the ball, not way outside the ball towards the quad. So that was really a big thing we wanted to fix, which I think Matt did a really good job on. So I'll show you a few. Show them the drill that had you feel.
So it's basically just get set up and then feel that there's no forearm rotation at all.
And that's perfect. Like, it looks great as a rehearsal. Let's see how it looks in reality.
Does that feel like when you take away like that, Matty, does that feel like the club's really shut?
It does.
It's really down.
It does feel very shut, which is a bit awkward, to be fair. I know on camera it doesn't look quite that crazy, but it kind of looks like you keep the face almost pointing more at the ball.
And that's not shut at all in reality.
No,
like,
not really.
For him, it points at 1 o'clock. It's not shut at all.
But comparatively, yes.
Totally, comparatively, definitely.
Okay, so I'll try one like that.
So it looked like backswing stopped in the great spot.
It was like an okay rep there, Nothing wrong with that.
So you were seeing, Matty, on the golf course and in practice, you've been seeing an open face and a bit of a smother hook.
Those I can't get the woods and driver up in the air. Those were very smothery, or just a giant block. And then the irons, were generally more the same. High blocks mostly. So
club face kind of being a little out of position, LC. Obviously shaft sitting, a little bit flatter than you'd like to see it. That looked nice, Matty.
Backswing's very tidy right now.
Very good. That looked pretty low effort.
Yeah, that one felt pretty easy.
So we can definitely move on today, Matt. So people watching can see inside those definitely more than we will like, more than your good stuff in the past. It is what it is for now. We're just going to bear with it. It's not the end goal for January.
So you're saying because, just for argument's sake, like super long, there's a lot of compensations you have to make to get back to the ball.
So your arms have to do more things to undo all the bad things it's done.
Which it doesn't need to do now.
Exactly. So because of that, so let me show you right now. So because of that, your arms are coming down more than usual. you're very square at impact right now. At impact, your chest is facing the ball very square. That's not the usual you. When you swing it well, we see more of your back right shoulder. We see more of your back right butt cheek. We see a lot more of that good stuff.
Okay.
But you've done a great job with the backswing over this last week, Matt. It looks really, really good right now.
It feels better for sure.
Looks really good. So we're gonna just bear with the inside out for now. It's not crucial right now, especially in October. We don't really play until April anyways. We're gonna ignore that for now.
Yes.
So for you weren't rotating at all into the ball as I showed you 2 swings ago, right?
Right.
So I think the feel for you to do this is, we've played around with it before, feeling like you're throwing a med ball, feeling like you're kind of pushing into that left foot to start. I want you to feel like when you start the downswing, you're gonna push into the left foot and feel like your body swivels around you towards me. So from there, you push into your left foot, and you start, so turn, and this part of your body just swivels around you. That's the feeling. Does that make sense? How'd that one feel?
The motion felt okay. I just really didn't make good contact.
Yeah, let me take a video and see how it looks.
That's, I think, a lot better.
Yeah, it's definitely more rotated than before. So yeah, I'll show Ian as well.
Wow.
Definitely more. You can see the logo is way more clear at impact now.
Yeah.
So it's definitely better. It's not a guarantee fix. Like path is still inside out.
Sure.
I get that. It's fine. It is what it is for now. Next piece will bring that back into a more acceptable spot for you.
That felt like a really good swing.
It looks pretty good so far, though. Let me just watch the face on. These look really good.
It's pretty good too. It's just a hair heavy, but I wouldn't hate it.
Yeah, these look good, Matt. This is definitely the right track for you.
But a few of these are as good as I've hit a ball in a while.
But, yeah.
That feels really good.
Yeah, that was really solid. Really good there.
And I'm just going a bit far. This ball is a bit low spin for me, but I'm more paying attention to like ball speed.
Right. 132 was a bit of a jump from what we've seen so far today.
And if we look at some of the key things that we're trying to obviously establish here, early on we saw quite a little bit of the kind of lateral movement of the golf ball, missing it a little bit more left and right. Now those numbers are starting to shrink a little bit, which is really, really nice. We're starting to get a little bit more of that peak height. Ball speeds are climbing. Confidence looks good as well, Matty. So as your club head speed is climbing without it looking like you're swinging the arms fast. Nothing looks out of control and uncomfortable for you.
Just the sequence looks better.
Yeah, you just look like you're able to push a little bit more and get a little bit more out of your body that way.
It sounds so good. Really good. And like I love how throughout all of this, his backswing hasn't gone long again. It's stayed in a great spot. It stops and your torso stops turning. Shaft has to remain steep.
How long would you have a student, Matt, do these drills, kind of looking at this sort of thing? Are you going to, is that case by case, how comfortable they get?
Yeah, case by case. It really depends on comfort level and how much thinking needs to be done.
Totally.
I asked, everyone I work with always asks how much thinking is needed.
Yeah.
And they just have to be honest.
Sure.
I know everyone wants to just blast through the progress.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, in a couple of cases when we have done that, it just kind of reverts back to a couple steps. So as long as Matt is honest with me, telling me how much thinking is needed, we can continue moving on. I probably anticipate this, knowing Matt's tendencies, maybe a couple of weeks at this point. Then we can move on and maybe try to dial back down the club path for the bigger picture.
Sure.
But also it depends on, if he does this really well, he starts rotating better and better, it may just start calibrating itself and we may start seeing it get back into a 5 range. We'll tackle that when we see it in 2 weeks.
Totally.
But I think for now, that he's done a great job in the backswing, which is great. There's no sign of it regressing at all. No. So I think he can safely just work on this left foot push and rotate.
And I've got to get some practice time in, obviously.
Totally.
Like get back into an off-season routine 3-4 times a week, which I plan to do. And then at least when I come see you, I've had reps in between. Yeah, the left foot thing really, it's funny how much difference that makes.
It looks and sounds really good.
Like I've made good contact with all of them, and they're getting faster.
Yeah, I mean 97 133 was high.
Yeah,
for a 7, it's about as fast as I probably swung a 7 in some time.
Yeah.
That's a good one to finish
These look
on.
really, really good, Matt.
We'll
None
end
of
on
these
that one.
backswings have regressed at all.
Okay, that's good to hear. Yeah, I think it's just the timing of the left foot. As long as I press into the ground at the right time and amount, the result seems to be good.
Great. That's awesome. Looks great.
Cool.
Good stuff, boys. Well, I think if we can, are we going to try and get this as a sort of every other week a little update? I
Maybe.
think that'd be nice for
Sure,
people
yeah.
to see the progress. And guys, ultimately what we're trying to do is encourage you guys to follow a similar path in terms of improvement. We're in the middle of October. We know the season's ending right now, so this is a good time while you're still playing a little bit, Matty. This is a good time to start the process. It's the longest point from when we're about to kind of
Totally.
It is the
get
longest
started
point.
again.
Yeah, true.
So with some good work and sort of hard practice, looking at these, you'll have this back on track very, very quickly.
Feels a lot better, yeah.
Yeah. Just embrace the slightly more draw than you see in the past. But it's totally fine, totally playable, totally predictable.
Absolutely, definitely.
Cool.
Okay, guys. I think there'll be more of this sort of stuff. This is the off season. We do like to do a little bit of content around game improvement, around sort of swing improvements. That's why we love having guests on the channel like LC or any of the other instructors we get on the channel, because ultimately there's a little bit of something to take from these lessons that it's for you guys. It's Matt's journey, but you guys can learn a little bit for it and take that for yourselves along the way.
Yeah,
Love
hopefully.
it, love it.
Yep.
Good stuff. Okay, stay tuned for more. We'll see you again soon.